The world's most densely populated city is also its fastest growing. Dhaka in Bangladesh is home to an estimated 17 million people. Close to half that number live in slums. And most of those have migrated here because of climate change. Mohammed lost his home and farmland to riverbank erosion in the south of Bangladesh. Now he pulls a rickshaw for a few dollars a day. It's barely enough to support the family after rent is paid for the single corrugated iron room he shares with his wife and daughter. This is everything they own.
No, we never imagined this, but the river, has taken away our land. Cyclone Isla especially, and the floods that followed did great damage. After that we became helpless and came to Dhaka.
You may have seen city slums elsewhere. Well, these are as bad as any, but what makes the slums of Dhaka worse is that perhaps as many as 3/4 of the people who live in them once had poor but viable lives in other parts of the country. They never expected to end up in the city, and the city wasn't built for them to come. If there's work, it's menial, often in unregulated garment factories at or below the minimum wage. The children of the slums rarely go to school.
They're in such difficult conditions that they have to leave. Either their house has been destroyed by river erosion, or there's drought and therefore they don't have any food security, crops to eat. And then there is salinity, so they can't cultivate. So there are different reasons that we have seen as a result of climate change. And they have to find an alternative.
But living in tin hovels in the shadow of hotels and office blocks isn't the alternative they'd hoped for.
We were doing fine before on our land, but the river took everything. It left us nothing.
The family has gone into debt and can't afford to leave, even if they did have somewhere to go. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, Dhaka, Bangladesh.